On a sloping sheet of granite in southern India, a stone the size of a small house appears to be seconds away from falling. It leans into the open air, rounded and immense, as if gravity has paused around it for reasons no one can see. Locals know it as Krishna's Butterball. Others call it Van-Arai cow, a stone connected in memory to the sky and the divine. But the deeper mystery is not whether the boulder is magical. It is why something so unstable looking can remain so still. This is Mamallapuram, on the Coromandel Coast of Tamil Nadu, where stone has always been more than stone. Here, Pallava kings and artisans carved temples, sanctuaries, divine stories, and giant reliefs into living granite. Around the monuments, the land itself feels sculpted, ridges, outcrops, weathered slopes, and boulders shaped by time rather than tools. And among them stands the most famous stone of all, a 250-ton granite mass balanced on a short incline. From below, it looks impossible. The slope seems too smooth. The contact point seems too small. The weight seems too great. For centuries, the question has survived every explanation. Why has this stone not rolled away? The first answer lies in appearance. What the eye reads as danger may not be what the physics actually sees. A balancing rock does not need to look stable. It only needs its center of mass to remain above the zone that can support it. If the invisible weight of the stone falls through the right part of the base, the boulder can resist motion even on a slope. That is what makes Krishna's Butterball so powerful visually. It looks like a disaster, but may be resting in a hidden equilibrium. The rock is not a perfect sphere. Its broken back, flattened contact area, and irregular granite body change how its weight is distributed. What appears round from one angle becomes more complex from another. A massive natural form with asymmetry built into its stability. Its surface is granite, a hard crystalline rock, but granite is not smooth at the microscopic scale. Tiny roughness, mineral grains, weathered edges, and pressure points can create far more resistance than the eye expects. Friction is invisible, but here it may be the silent hand holding a monument-sized stone in place. The slope beneath it is also not a polished ramp. It is a weathered granite surface shaped by heat, rain, salt air, and time. Over long periods, erosion can carve both the boulder and its bedrock into matching forms, like a lock finding its key. This does not make the stone less mysterious. It makes the mystery more elegant, an accident of nature that behaves like design. Around it, Mamallapuram tells a different story of stone, not balance, but intention. The Pallava monuments nearby were carved in the 7th and 8th centuries, when rock became architecture, mythology, and royal power. Cave sanctuaries opened into darkness. Rathas rose like stone chariots. Reliefs covered the granite with gods, animals, ascetics, and flowing rivers. In such a place, a natural boulder could never remain only geological. It would become part of the sacred language of the landscape. The name Krishna's Butterball links the massive rock to the playful mythology of Krishna and the butter he loved as a child. That contrast is unforgettable. A child's stolen butter imagined at the scale of a 250-ton stone. The older Tamil name often associated with it, Van-Arai cow, gives the boulder an even stranger aura, a stone of the sky god. Whether legend came first or later, the result is the same. The rock became a meeting point between physics and belief. Visitors push against it for photographs. Children stand in its shadow. Guides tell stories that make the stone feel alive. Yet the boulder does not respond. It remains exactly what it is, silent, heavy, and visually impossible. There are stories that colonial officials once worried it might fall and tried to move it with elephants. Whether every detail of those stories can be proven or not, they reveal something important. Even modern authorities saw danger in its appearance. But the stone's greatest defense may be that it only appears ready to move. Its true base is more secure than the spectacle suggests. To understand it, imagine the boulder not as a ball, but as a mass with an invisible line of force running downward. As long as that line falls within a stable support zone, Gravity presses the rock into place instead of pulling it away. The heavier the stone, the greater the normal force pressing it against the surface beneath it. That pressure increases friction, and friction resists sliding, especially when the surfaces are rough, uneven, and interlocked. So the same weight that makes the boulder frightening may also help keep it where it is. The slope creates drama. The contact point creates suspense. But the hidden geometry creates survival. This is why Krishna's Butterball feels like an engineering mystery, even if no engineer placed it there. It is a natural structure that forces the human mind to reverse engineer time itself. How did a mass this large arrive at this exact angle? How did erosion shape its resting place? How has it resisted movement for so long? The answers are slow: weathering, bedrock exposure, fracture patterns, mineral strength, and countless seasons of heat and rain. Granite landscapes do not change quickly, but they do change relentlessly. Cracks widen, surfaces peel, softer material disappears. Harder masses remain, rounded and isolated like relics of an older terrain. In Mamallapuram, this process created more than scenery. It created a stage where natural geology and human carving could speak to each other. The Pallava builders did not need to invent wonder here. They found a coastline already filled with monumental stone. They cut into it, shaped it, framed it with temples, and left behind a landscape where natural and sacred forms blur together. Krishna's Butterball stands outside the temples, yet it belongs to the same visual world: granite, myth, gravity, and devotion. From one side, it appears almost gentle, rounded like a giant offering placed on the hill. From another, it becomes threatening, a dark mass suspended above the slope, a silent test of trust. That change of perspective is part of its power. The boulder teaches that certainty can vanish when you move only a few steps. This is also why photographs rarely explain it. A camera flattens space, but standing beneath the stone reveals the full tension of scale. You feel the incline under your feet. You sense the weight above you. You understand why the eye wants the rock to fall, and then it does not. The longer you watch, the stranger it becomes. Not because the stone moves, but because it refuses to satisfy the expectation of motion. This refusal is what turns geology into memory. Across India, balancing rocks have often gathered stories around them because they seem to interrupt the ordinary rules of the world. But Krishna's Butterball is exceptional because of where it stands, inside a landscape already charged with ancient art and sacred stone. The nearby monuments are evidence of human mastery. The boulder is evidence of natural patience. Together, they create a question larger than physics. What makes a place feel impossible? Sometimes it is not a secret chamber or a lost city. Sometimes it is a stone in daylight, doing nothing, and still defeating explanation at first glance. The truth is not that Krishna's Butterball breaks gravity. The truth is more interesting. It reveals how little of gravity we can see. Balance is not always symmetrical. Stability is not always obvious. Strength does not always look safe. A boulder can appear on the edge of collapse while its weight is quietly locked into place. And a natural accident can become so visually perfect that generations read it as a message. At sunset, when the granite turns gold and the shadows lengthen across Mamallapuram, the stone seems less like a puzzle and more like a witness. It has watched dynasties vanish, temples weather, seas rise and retreat, and millions of footsteps pass beneath its impossible curve. It does not explain itself. It does not need to. Its mystery is written in pressure, friction, erosion, myth, and the human hunger to find meaning in the stillness of stone. And perhaps that is why Krishna's Butterball remains unforgettable. Not because it truly refuses the laws of nature, but because it makes those laws feel ancient, invisible, and almost sacred. In Mamallapuram, among temples carved from granite and legends carved into memory, one stone still waits on the slope. It looks ready to fall. It has looked ready for centuries. And yet, in the golden silence of the coast, it remains, the stone that refused to fall.